All right, we are in Texas.
In this episode, we kick off our Texas-sized road trip in the Texas Panhandle. Texas has always been on our list of places to see, but its sheer size and vast amount of areas to visit tended to get a little overwhelming. But last spring, we finally managed to plan a scenic route that gave us a great overview of what this massive state has to offer. And it all began in the plains of the Texas Panhandle. The historic Route 66 cuts directly through the Texas Panhandle, and in a dusty cow pasture near the town of Amarillo lies one of its famous roadside attractions, Cadillac Ranch. This quirky art installation began as a tribute to the evolution of the tailfin in 1974, but it quickly became something much bigger. When the first spray-painted graffiti appeared, the creators didn't get upset. They actually encouraged it, believing their art piece was better as a living, breathing diary of everyone who passed through. It was wild to see that the original steel frames had completely disappeared, now fully coated with thousands of layers of paint that have been continuously piled on over the span of 50 years. When they say everything is bigger in Texas, that must include its landscapes. We got our first dose of the Texas wilderness at Palo Duro State Park. It's often called the Grand Canyon of Texas, and as the second largest canyon in the country, it definitely lived up to its name. The only way to grasp the sheer magnitude of this place was taking the scenic drive down 800 feet to the canyon floor, watching the flat plains of the Panhandle drop away as the red rock walls rose up around us.
There's a road runner.
Right there. Meanie. Guys, that's cool.
Oh my gosh, so cool. Oh, hi. Someone wants to be on camera. Yes.
Tucked away on the canyon floor were two historic buildings handcrafted by the CCC. The trading post was a great place to refuel and grab a souvenir. But the real highlight was the visitor center, with a panoramic view of the canyon that seemed to stretch on forever. Now, let's go check out the campground. We actually didn't have to travel far because we were staying inside the canyon at the Hackberry Campground. We booked a back-in site with water and electric hookups that came with a picnic table, grill, and fire pit. Unlike the exposed, sun-scorched environment we had just driven through, Hackberry felt like a hidden oasis with large, shady trees, which was perfect for birding, and a fork of the Red River gently flowing behind our site. Its amenities included one of the coolest restroom facilities we've seen in a campground, and I'm fairly certain it has the most scenic dump station in the country.
This is the view from
the dump station.
After leaving the Panhandle behind, we headed south towards Monahans Sandhills State Park. And what should have been an easy 4-hour drive quickly turned into one of the most intense moments of the trip. We started our journey in the early morning, eager to get as much time on the dunes as possible. We traded the Panhandle Plains for the Permian Basin before the sun was even fully up, which was quite a jarring transition, seeing the quiet Red Rock Canyon we had just left give way to the sprawling oil fields of West Texas. As we passed through the Midland-Odessa area, we noticed the wind had dramatically kicked up and started blowing dust across the horizon. We didn't think much of it until my phone buzzed with an emergency alert saying that a 13-mile wall of dust was barreling towards us at 50 miles an hour.
So we're leaving Midland, Texas, heading towards Odessa, and we just got this dust advisory where this huge wall of dust from like the cities north and south of us is moving at like 50 miles an hour right towards us. You can see like you can't see anything up ahead. They're saying like 2 feet visibility.
We're gonna find a place to pull over right now.
We're gonna get off at the next exit and just
ride it out.
Yeah, ride it out.
Park on the east side or something.
Yeah.
See what we can do.
Yeah. This is
windy and dusty.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
After seeing several cars pulled over on the side of the road, we decided it was best to follow suit.
We're pulled over at a McDonald's on the east side of the building. We're gonna hunker down until this dust storm passes by. We got some fries and a
Frozen Coke
to snack on. I don't know if you can see this, so I'll show outside, but it's just like a gray sky, like you can't see anything. Pretty wild. We've been through strong wind, but
This is pretty strong.
yeah, not a dust storm, like a wall of dust moving at us at 50 miles an hour. So we're safe and sound. Gonna wait for this to pass and then head to camp.
Yep.
Alright, I think we pulled over just in the nick of time. We're back on the road and it's already way clearer than it was.
Still windy.
Yeah.
Terribly windy.
Still very windy. We're going like 55 miles an hour on the interstate right now. But we're heading to camp. We're only about 25 minutes away, so we should be okay.
Fingers crossed.
Just when we thought the worst was over, a second wave hit. And we had to immediately pull over. It was just so sudden, and the visibility dropped so fast that I didn't even have time to grab the camera. I was honestly too busy being freaked out. But thankfully, the storm eventually broke, and we finally made it to our campground in one piece. As we drove through the gates of Monahans Sandhills State Park, the stress of the drive melted away. The sky had cleared, the wind settled into a gentle breeze, and we couldn't wait to get Hatch out into the sand.
All right, we made it safe and sound. We had to actually stop one more time because there's another wall of dust just going across the highway. It was
Pretty
insane.
wild.
Yeah. But we got to the sand dunes and there's actually, it's just like a little breeze.
Little breeze, blue sky.
Yeah, it feels great. This is our campsite for the night, literally on the dunes. Hatch is loving it. So, yeah, we're going to set up camp and make dinner and, yeah, show you around.
Our campsite had electric hookups and was nestled right at the base of the dunes. So as soon as we got settled in, we headed out with Hatch to explore.
God. There they go! Oh, Hachi! Oh, this way! We think Hachi. Oh, up! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I feel like this sand is way softer than ours.
It's very soft.
I feel like I have a lot of sand in my boots now.
Probably. I'm just wearing sandals.
After that much needed decompression walk, it was time to make dinner.
All right, we're trying to add some new meals to our repertoire. Do you want to, what's on the menu tonight, Chef?
Sandwich! Sloppy Joe. We tried them at home and they were actually really good, so we're going to eat them.
Yeah.
Because we like them.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments if you like Manwich, and I think you all do. So, there you go. This is how we're cooking. We were trying to get to sleep the other night, and we saw this guy on YouTube that made great pastries in his house, I think maybe in Korea. And he was using this butane powered stove. And I thought that was pretty rad because it was small. Fits in this little suitcase. And I went on Amazon and found one. And they weren't all that expensive. I can't remember how much this one was, maybe $30. It cooks like a charm. These things are super cheap at Walmart. And everything packs up into this little suitcase that can go behind the seat. So we're out here trying it out. It doesn't work great in the wind, so don't use it in a windy place, but everywhere else it works like a charm. And spoiler alert, I bought a grill that's powered the same way, and we're going to grill taco stuff later. So more to come there. All right, while our Manwich beef simmers, Shannon's going to tell you what else we're going to have for dinner. Let her rip. What did we get? What did you pick out?
We got chips and salsa because Dave was craving salsa. We got Dan's native Texas salsa, and then we got Texas.
Double Texas
Double
salsa.
Texas, can't go wrong.
And what else? What was the thing that you picked out for yourself?
We were looking at potato salad, and they have this deviled egg potato salad. So yeah, we're gonna try that.
Shannon may make me sleep outside if I eat all that deviled egg potato salad.
I mean, it's probably not the best thing to eat in a 20 square foot camper, but
we're going to eat them.
yeah, we're gonna try it anyway.
We're going to abuse that dump station tomorrow.
After our delicious meal, Dave and I decided to walk off our dinner with a sunset stroll. A really cool fact about these dunes, they are almost 100% pure quartz. That's why the sand has this beautiful shimmer and stays relatively cool compared to other deserts. It's also part of a massive dune field that stretches 200 miles north into New Mexico. After the chaos of the afternoon, there was something incredibly peaceful about watching the sun dip below the sand peaks, turning the whole landscape into shades of pink and purple. We went from being freaked out on the side of the road to having one of the most serene views of the entire trip. After playing in the sand at Monahans Sandhills, we were ready for some mountain air. The next leg of our Texas road trip took us to the desert art scene in Marfa, through the wild, washed-out roads of Big Bend Ranch State Park, and finally landing in the town of Terlingua. It was a lot of ground to cover, but if there's one thing we've learned on our Texas journey so far, it's that the best stuff is always further down the road.
That rocks. Yeah. It's morning. I was falling asleep, so Shannon's driving.
The drive to Marfa actually felt like we were going somewhere. Unlike the vast openness of the plains, we started seeing interesting rock formations and distant mountains on the horizon slowly getting larger the more we drove. Marfa itself is kind of hard to describe. It was this remote outpost with bright, colorful buildings and funky architecture that felt like it belonged in a gallery, not the middle of the desert. It almost felt like walking around a movie set of a fictional town. Everything was just so curated, down to the background noise of joyful birds tweeting away.
You taking a siesta? We gotta get you some coffee.
I'm hungry. Let's go.
After getting fueled up at the Sentinel coffee shop, it was time to visit a store that's famous for selling things you can't actually buy. The most famous landmark in Marfa wasn't actually in Marfa. It was a whopping 30-minute drive outside of town. On the way, we passed these giant, kitschy billboards dedicated to a James Dean movie that was filmed here back in 1956. It was a funny contrast to the sleek, high-fashion art installation we were looking for. And then it appeared, this modern, totally out-of-place Prada building just sitting on the lonely highway. I don't think our dusty truck camper exactly fit the Prada aesthetic, but we stopped anyway. Believe it or not, this isn't a real store. It's actually an art installation built back in 2005. The artist wanted to see how a symbol of luxury would hold up against the harsh Texas elements. It was originally intended to just decay back into the desert, but it became such an icon that it's been preserved ever since.
We just did a little window shopping.
Up here in Valentine, Texas, at the Prada store.
It was closed.
It was closed. It's
unfortunately,
Sunday.
but yeah,
So, well,
maybe next time.
we'll see. Talking about some slutty cows. Right? Loose livestock.
God.
From Marfa, we headed south into Big Bend Ranch State Park. But before completely diving in, we pulled over at Fort Leaton. It's one of the largest adobe buildings in the state of Texas, and the restoration alone was mind-blowing. It took over 80,000 adobe bricks to rebuild it the traditional way. And in some spots, the walls were nearly 4 feet thick, an absolute necessity back then to keep out the brutal desert heat. As soon as we were back on the road, the landscape got really interesting. We took the southern route that hugged the Rio Grande and the Mexican border. The views were incredible, but the road demanded our full attention. There was one section of the state park that was basically a paved roller coaster. It was steep and winding, and every time we hit a dip, we saw the debris from recent floods.
It's like a roller coaster about to barf.
It
Oh, yeah,
really
you can
is.
see,
Look
look
at
at
this.
Just ripples.
Oh my gosh. It's just like up and down.
We just got a warning for a 15% grade coming up. So we'll show you that in a bit.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm gonna try to catch some air.
No, slow down.
Holy moly, look at how steep that is.
I think Dave's knuckles were a little white throughout this section, but the stress was definitely worth it. The surrounding mountains were incredibly dramatic, and I officially found a new favorite plant, the ocotillo. They had these long-reaching arms with bright red blooms that looked on fire against the desert sky. This was easily one of the most beautiful and remote stretches we've driven yet. Our next pit stop was the town of Terlingua. We checked into the Around the Bend RV park, which, to be honest, was basically 10 parking spots in a row. It wasn't fancy, but the fact that they had full hookups all the way out here felt like a pure luxury after that long drive. Dave and I spent the next day exploring the town, which was a mix of historic ruins and offbeat desert charm. We visited a historic cemetery dating back to 1902, giving us a real sense of just how long people have been toughing it out in this landscape. Afterward, we poked around a gift shop that had way too many cool things that would not fit in our camper, before finally grabbing a much-needed meal at Venga.
Here's our little feast.
Holy crow.
You've got breakfast
good.
burrito. I got blueberry muffin, egg sandwich.
Comes with pico de gigo.
Mm-hmm.
And a little salsa.
It's really good. We talked to a local that's lived here for, 11 years?
Yeah, this
She
lady.
gave us, well, one, she was eating here, so you know it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Two, she gave us some tips and other
secret
places
to eat.
to check out, so we'll definitely check those out
Mm-hmm.
during this trip. Yeah, so this place
Stay
is really
tuned.
good.
Terlingua had this edge-of-the-world energy that we absolutely loved, and it turned out to be the perfect launch point for the next big leg of our trip. There's a real sense of isolation out here. At first glance, the park felt almost inhospitable, brown, dusty, and completely bleached by the sun. But for Big Bend to truly reveal itself, you have to go deep. Because once we did, we found everything from high-altitude peaks to hidden canyons to an environment that seemed to change every few miles. And our first stop to see that change in person was hiking to a secluded, dry waterfall. The trail to the Burro Mesa Pour-Off started as a flat trek through an incredibly scenic stretch of the desert floor. It was filled with prickly pear, yucca, buckhorn cholla housing tiny cactus wren nests, and of course, my personal favorite, the ocotillo. path led us toward the large limestone walls and followed a winding sandy creek bed that felt like a hidden corridor through the rock.
Almost in the shade.
It's like 10 degrees cooler.
So much nicer.
Oh, and that breeze. Feels so good.
Fox Canyon.
It's like hiking in the sand, though. It's so gravelly.
As the canyon walls closed in, we suddenly found ourselves standing at the base of a gigantic 100-foot vertical drop. It was a dry waterfall carved out of volcanic rock, and even without a drop of water falling, we could still see the history. Those walls had been perfectly polished by centuries of flash flooding. And standing at the bottom looking up, we really got a sense of the sheer force it took to hollow out this canyon. It turned out this canyon wasn't the only thing hiding secrets from the past. Deeper into the park, we found the giants that used to rule this landscape long before it was a desert. The Fossil Discovery exhibit gave us a glimpse of a prehistoric Big Bend that was once a lush, shallow sea. Over 90 dinosaur species have been uncovered throughout the park, including parts of a T-Rex and this guy. The Quetzalcoatlus was the largest flying creature ever known to exist, with a massive 35-foot wingspan.
Imagine that flying at you.
No.
No.
I would not. Will not. Imagine that.
Holy cow.
Imagine having that for Thanksgiving. Delicious.
That probably feeds you for a couple of years.
A couple days at least, some leftovers.
It's one thing to hear about dinosaurs, but it's another thing entirely to see their scale compared to a human. Standing next to this thigh bone really puts your place in the world into perspective. It was now time to trade a prehistoric ocean for the actual water of the Rio Grande. The Rio Grande village was a welcome sight after a day in the heat. It was a true oasis tucked into the banks of the river, and we immediately felt how its water made life out here possible. First, there was actual green grass, which was a huge win for Hatch. Then there were these beautiful shady trees and actual wildlife, like 2 roadrunners darting around, coyotes in the distance, and even some donkeys that had wandered across the river from Mexico. We actually had plans to head all the way back to a campground in Terlingua, but the vibe here was so peaceful that, on a whim, we checked the camp office for an opening.
All right, we just got the score of a lifetime. We got the last spot in the campground inside the park.
The Rio Grande Village. Also, full hookups, because like we said, it got up to 97 today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 101. Today they said 94 and it was 97, so tomorrow
We'll probably get hotter than
things
that.
are gonna melt. So,
Yeah.
but it's full hookups, so we got electricity and AC going.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go check out what kind of ice creams they got
Mm-hmm.
at the general store.
Yeah.
over there.
Yes. Yeah, we'll show you the campground in a second.
Pretty cool.
Again, not fancy, but having full hookups during this current heat wave was absolutely wonderful.
It's like a little oasis. The Rio Grande is right past those bushes right there, so it's nice and lush.
Plus, there's birds.
Tons and tons of birds, and I've heard there's wild donkeys and javelina. We haven't seen, but we have seen their hoof prints.
Yeah.
And little piggy paw prints. So we're hoping those pop out closer to the evening, and complete open sky. It's a dark sky park. Not allowed to have any external lights, so we're going to try to take pictures of the stars. I did last night, and it didn't go well. This is our new butane grill. It's like the butane burner that we got. It's really small and fits behind the seat in the truck,
Yeah, just
which is great.
goes into the little suitcase right there.
And we are grilling some skirt steak.
For tacos.
After dinner, we took a walk down to the river and saw bats so big they looked like the bat signal soaring across the sky.
Look, that is the fattest bat I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if it's picking it up.
Well, no, I was going to say there's not very many mosquitoes out here because they are getting them. Whoop. Mexico.
Our time by the river was cut short when I heard something rustling in the tall grass. My mind immediately went to javelinas, and I wasn't sticking around to find out.
I'm not sticking her.
There's a cow walking across there. It's not a javelina.
Oh, there's the cow. It's coming out.
Oh. Cow.
What?
I heard something in the bushes.
I was running because I thought it was a pig.
Because you thought it was a wild pig. That's a big old cow.
Okay.
Well, there was another one over there, barking past them. I don't know. They're just going. They know where they're going.
Yep. All right.
Back at camp, we spent the night capturing the stars before drifting off to the distant sound of bells on the grazing burros nearby. Waking up inside the park meant we were perfectly positioned to head deeper into the heart of Big Bend. Sitting thousands of feet higher than the rest of the desert was the Chisos Basin. It was essentially a massive stone bowl carved right out of the mountains. As we started the climb, the landscape completely shifted. We watched the flat desert floor give way to jagged, high mountain terrain. And with every switchback, the temperature dropped and the smell of pine and juniper swept through our windows. It felt like we were entering a secret alpine escape.
It's right there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, a little cactus run. We made our way to the visitor center to get our bearings, but the real highlight was the lodge. We managed to grab breakfast with a front row seat to those jagged peaks we had just driven through.
What do you think about this? Breakfast with a view.
Mm-hmm. Look at this.
What you got?
I got breakfast. They have a breakfast buffet. So I got eggs, muffins, bacon, biscuits. Look at yours.
But you didn't put gravy on it.
No, I did not.
Muffins, gravy.
As much as we loved the mountain air, we could not leave Big Bend without seeing its most iconic landmark. Even after everything we've seen so far, nothing quite prepared us for the scale of Santa Elena Canyon. We could see the opening from the road miles away. It's hard to believe looking at it now, but this colossal geologic crack was slowly carved inch by inch by the Rio Grande River. Since the desert heat was still a major factor, Dave and I had to tag team the trail. One of us stayed in the truck with Hatch in the AC, while the other hiked out to the overlook. Standing at the mouth of the canyon was a humbling experience. It was also strange to realize that since the Rio Grande ran straight through the center, the wall on the right was the United States, and the wall on the left was Mexico.
So because it's so hot out here, Dave and I are taking turns walking down to the canyon so that one of us is in the truck with Hatch in the AC because it's too hot to leave him in the truck, and it's illegal to leave your pets unattended in any vehicle. So, but it was beautiful. Definitely worth the hot, short hike out there. So we'll grab some lunch and keep going.
All right, it's my turn. Shannon's waiting at the trailhead. I'm gonna go see what this is all about. It is super hot out here, but already a pretty cool little trail. I don't know why this is here, but it is here and I'm gonna follow it. Okay, coming up on the river here. It's looking pretty cool. Oh yeah, totally worth it. And we should have brought our paddle boards because then we could have paddled up into the canyon. That's pretty sweet though. Totally worth it. That was pretty beautiful. Now on to the car. Try to convince Shannon to take the shorter but slightly more rough route back on the old Maverick Road. We should be just fine though. Let's see if I can get her to give me a thumbs up. And that will be her agreeing. Yeah, she has no idea. She just agreed.
Worth it?
Oh, totally. You have no idea. You just agreed to go on the old Maverick Road.
Oh, no. No, I have not.
Yes, you did. You gave me a thumbs up.
Oh, no.
We all agreed. We all agreed.
Thumbs up to the trail. Yeah. Even
Hatch is cheering for it. Way to go. I told him.
Tell him, Hatchie.
If you gave me a thumbs up.
No, I thought you were thumbs upping the trail.
Well,
it was worth it though, right?
It was worth it. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Easy.
Really cool.
Half a second down there. Should have brought our paddle boards. People were in there kayaking.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
Like all dammed up and you can float up to it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, back to Terlingua on the fun route.
No.
Easy.
No.
Hubs are locked.
We'll see.
So to get back, Dave wanted to take Old Maverick Road, a 13-mile shortcut on a dirt road across the park. Now, I wanted to listen to the ranger who warned us that the road was heavily washboarded out, but Dave had other plans.
Okay. Old Maverick Road.
Off-road vehicle travel prohibited. Gotta stay on the road. Slow going. Very bumpy. Not that bumpy.
Honestly, it's just the washboard. Oh my God, something fell in the camper. I just heard that.
What was that?
I don't know.
That's not my fault. Everything should have been stowed properly. One job. Oh yeah, this is smooth. I will admit that was a very bumpy start.
What about now?
It's just washboard. It's not that bad. Hatch is fine with it. We just need to go faster.
Good.
Jan? What are you looking for?
Go look and see what happened.
Oh God.
This has never happened before.
What?
It opened our fridge and everything spilled out. There's blueberries everywhere.
Oh, those are blueberries. This just in. Old Maverick Road in Big Bend's a little bumpy, so make sure you stow things properly.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, bring those sandwiches up.
Okay.
Well, they're on the floor, but
That's what you get. You're eating it.
You're
Eating it no matter what.
I'm eating the floor sandwich.
That's your punishment.
Oh no, that was the blueberry packaging. All right, well,
We're gonna turn around. It's too bumpy.
we're gonna turn around.
Comfy.
We can make
Oh my
it.
God, it broke.
We broke the top of the
It broke the
ketchup.
ketchup lid.
Broke the ketchup lid. This just in. We're gonna turn around. That was a little too bumpy for us. Not that we couldn't make it, because we can. But I think the question is, should we make it? And Shannon's gonna say no.
No.
We're
No.
turning around.
All right. Let's go. There's probably a reason why there's no one on this road. It's just too washboarded out. Back to pavement, please.
Getting judged by the ramp.
In the end, we took the longer but very paved way out of the park. Despite the fridge disaster, we left with no regrets. Big Bend was a place of total extremes that we haven't found anywhere else, and it will stay with us long after the dust settles. After surviving Big Bend's desert and our Fridge-mageddon of Maverick Road, we decided it was time to trade in the solitude for some civilization. So we're heading east into the heart of Texas to explore that keep Austin weird energy and make a very important pilgrimage to the home of Magnolia in Waco.
Where's the driver, Dave?
There ain't nobody in there. There's a ghost. Get out of here. It's haunted. This place is weird.
Austin is a city that practically runs on good food and weird energy. We found everything from specialty coffee shops operating out of vintage trailers to a massive shopping district on South Congress. A place packed with lively restaurants, eclectic boutiques, and those famous murals you see all over Instagram. But if I'm being honest, Dave and I were really here for one thing: legendary Texas barbecue.
All right, we cannot leave Austin
Can you smell that?
without getting barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to the Salt Lick. It's been recommended by a lot of people, mainly because it's open all day so they don't run out of the food. So we're gonna go and get the takeout.
Barbecue.
Yep.
The Salt Lick's giant open fire barbecue pit has been piled high with meat since 1967, using family recipes for over 6 generations. It all looked and smelled so good that we couldn't resist trying a little bit of everything.
All right, I hope you can hear me. The AC is on, but got some barbecue. I got a chicken meal. Dave got, what did you get?
I got the plate that Papa ate. So I think this is Thurman's plate. It's got sausage, got brisket and a rib.
It did indeed taste as good as it looked. It was all perfectly smoky with that signature caramelized crust. This was exactly the feast we were looking for. There's just something about eating a world-class barbecue feast inside our truck camper that made our entire Texas trip feel official.
All right, so here is where we're parked in a park. We're gonna take Hatch for a little walk, try to work off some of this barbecue, which was really good, by the way. And yeah, I think Dave found a disc golf basket, so we might throw some discs. You gonna sling some discs? Redo.
That was a great throw.
It was a good throw. Pesky trees.
With our barbecue cravings finally satisfied, we headed back to our home base for the night. We stayed at the East Austin KOA, which was a convenient 25-minute drive from the downtown hustle. We booked a pull-through site with full hookups that came with a grill, picnic table, and fire pit. The campground had everything we needed to reset, including a dog park for Hatch, a swimming pool, and some of the best showers we've had on the road so far. It was a great spot to recharge before our day trip to Waco the next morning.
We're at the Silos.
Wait
Joanna! Chip!
For the first time, and now I'm embarrassed to you.
I'm a pretty big Joanna Gaines fan, so I could not pass up the opportunity to see the Silos in person. For those who don't know the backstory, Joanna and her husband Chip are famous for fixing up houses and putting their hometown of Waco in the spotlight. And these old forgotten silos were their biggest project yet, transforming them into a beautiful space for the entire community. Of course, my first priority was food related. I use Joanna's cookbooks all the time at home, so I had some pretty high expectations for her Silos bakery. And let me tell you, her cupcakes tasted just as good as they looked. Dave and I love them so much that we actually stocked up on quite a few for the road ahead. Walking around the grounds felt like its own little village within the town. There were so many curated shops to browse through, an incredibly gorgeous gardening center, lots of food trucks,
Really cute courtyard.
Area where you play wiffle ball and kickball and cornball. All of them. Any ball you want.
Real cute.
even a coffee shop that was perfect for a post-cupcake caffeine fix. Every detail of the silos was not only well thought out, but completely embodied that signature Magnolia style. So whether you're here for the design or the desserts, it's definitely a place that lives up to the hype. It was such a sweet ending to our time in Texas. We feel like we've gotten a fantastic overview of the state, from the desert floor to the city streets. But there is still so much more to see that we're already planning a second trip back to explore the coastline and do some birding along the Gulf. So if you have any must-see spots for our next Texas run, definitely let us know in the comments. From here, we're continuing our trek east to visit family in Georgia, which means stops in New Orleans and Lower Alabama are coming up next. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one.